watch and burn.
Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be discussing the 2015 collection, the Turbo Kid Chronicles. Like the score for, I shouldn't have called it the Turbo Kid Chronicles. It's the score from Turbo Kid, coupled with Chronicles of the Wasteland, which is sort of the extended experience by Lamatos, the people that did the score for the 2015 film Turbo Kid. Now, this is a massive collection. I wish that instead of packaging the score for the film with the Chronicles of the Wasteland as one, like I said, massive 50-track collection, I really wish that they had separated the score from Turbo Kid, at least not even necessarily and put it on its own disc or whatever, just as far as like how that it was ordered on the track listing concerning the one disc that this is comprised of. I wish that, say, like the first 15 tracks had just been the strict score from the film Turbo Kid, and then the rest could have been Chronicles of the Wasteland, which is the additional tracks that were created sort of, I guess, sort of to further immerse you in the world of Turbo Kid. And it does do a really good job of that. It's just that this collection is too big. There's 50 songs on here. It's really difficult to separate everything. And whereas I just want to hear the score sometimes, you do get a lot of other tracks thrown in between, and it's difficult to sort of pick and choose out the score tracks and isolate them on your own, because it just, again, this collection is just too daunting. It's just too big. There's 50 songs on here, and of course they have a heavy John Carpenter influence, and this collection, it's an excellent collection of songs, even though I will argue at times a lot of the songs, especially more of the songs from the Chronicles of the Wasteland, they do run a little long. I just wish that, like I said, I wish it was a little more concise. I feel overwhelmed whenever I listen to this, and I tend to get lost when I have the disc on. It just, before I know it, I actually sort of feel like I'm listening to the Nine Inch Nails collection Ghosts, like, well, all the Ghosts right up until the new ones, the Locusts, and the other one they released a few years back, up until the original collection of Ghosts, the Ghosts 1 through 4 that they released back in the late 2000s. I feel the same thing with those. I feel just overwhelmed, like I'm not sure one track just sort of blends into the next, which is a good thing here because scores and things like this are supposed to blend seamlessly, but it's hard to pick out favorite songs because I do find that musically I'm just a little overwhelmed and everything just sort of gets blurred. Now, my favorite songs on here are Wasteland, Highway 64, No Tomorrow, Eyes, Throat, Genitals, which of course is a reference to the character Apple in the movie, who was my absolute favorite character in that movie. She was adorable and funny and cool, and I hated the fact that they killed her off at the end. I thought that was so unnecessary. I wish they could have found a way to let the Turbo Kid have himself a friend by way of keeping Apple around. But nevertheless, that song's rad. Tequila Sunrise, 1997, Vicious Rat. They were my favorite songs off here, but there are more than they aren't. I shouldn't say that, actually. They're not just my favorite songs. Out of the 50 songs, there isn't a song on here I don't like. I just wish that it had been organized and separated a little better. It does feel kind of overwhelming. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a while, pushing 4 minutes, while I discussed the 2015 score to the 2015 film Turbo Kid / Chronicles of the Wasteland. Like always, if you like this review or you like this record, don't forget to go out and do something nice for somebody. But most importantly, please don't forget that the world is so much more fun because you are in it, and no matter what it is that you're going through, just don't give up because it's going to get better. Have a good day.